I'm Howard Kurtz with today's Spin Cycle, and there is one unmistakable theme in the recent coverage of Newt Gingrich, and that can be summarized in two words: get out. Well, sometimes it's rendered as, why haven't you gotten out yet? Or, isn't it about time you got out, Mr. Speaker? Now, that came up again on the Sunday shows. We had Chris Wallace on Fox News Sunday, but given the fact that you and Santorum are both conservatives and you say Romney is a moderate, at some point, does it make sense for you to get out and give Rick Santorum a shot at Romney? Bob Schieffer on Face the Nation. A group of conservatives, people like Tony Perkins, Family Research Council, and others said this week you could be a kingmaker, that you ought to get out of this and throw your support to Santorum. What about that? Now, I guess these questions have to be asked, but what's happening now is the questions are being asked so frequently every time Gingrich pops his head up that any other message that he has is being completely drowned out. Gingrich, of course, dutifully says that even if he doesn't win Alabama and Mississippi in Tuesday's contest, he is going to persevere in this race. Now, what's going on here? Well, I thought reporters liked Newt. Yes, I know he's been beating up on them, the elite media and all that, but we don't pay much attention to that. We know that Gingrich likes to have the coverage, and Gingrich is such good copy. He's colorful, he's unpredictable, he's unscripted. So you would think that journalists would want him to stay in the race, but here's the deal. Journalists want more than anything right now for this presidential campaign to go on. And if Romney is running against both Rick Santorum and Newt Gingrich, he inches closer, slogging his way to that magic number 1144, enough delegates to wrap up the race. If, however, Gingrich were to step aside, then in that case, Romney would face a clean test against one conservative candidate, Rick Santorum. That could send this thing all the way to Tampa. Now, it's funny, even as Gingrich insists he's not getting out, his press secretary the other day said, well, if he doesn't win Alabama, Mississippi, maybe he might possibly consider, but that was quickly contradicted by the Gingrich camp. So the two-man race seems to be what the press wants right now. Of course, our personal feelings shouldn't come into it, but that is where we are. That is coloring the coverage. It's impossible to miss. Now, of course, if Gingrich manages to win either Alabama or Mississippi or both, or do very well, he can get up there on election night and talk about the elite media, and he's not dropping out. But if he doesn't, look for these questions to continue. And that's today's Spin Cycle.